What draws you more, a perfect saint or a beautiful sinner? Victorian England publicly worshipped virtue, but behind closed doors, they craved something darker, much darker. Meet Luis Ricardo Falero, a Spanish artist you've never heard of who understood this twisted desire better than anyone. His masterpiece, Witches Going to Their Sabbath, wasn't meant to frighten you. It was designed to seduce you, and that's exactly what made it so dangerously irresistible to a sexually repressed society. Today we're diving into how one painter mixed raw eroticism with occult mystery to create the ultimate forbidden fantasy. Luis Ricardo Falero wasn't just an artist, he was a genius entrepreneur who cracked the code of Victorian desire. Born in Granada, this Spanish painter arrived in London and immediately saw what others missed: a massive, untapped market for the forbidden. While other artists painted safe portraits, Falero recognized something darker brewing beneath Victorian society's polished surface. Picture this contradiction. By day, Victorian gentlemen attended church services, preached moral virtue from gentlemen's clubs, and publicly condemned anything scandalous. They championed family values with passionate intensity. But when darkness fell, these same men transformed completely. They gathered in secret parlors for seances, desperately trying to contact the dead. They devoured forbidden books on black magic and alchemy. They formed mysterious occult societies with elaborate rituals. The contrast was staggering. A society so publicly righteous that it made their private obsessions burn even hotter. Here's Falero's brilliant discovery. Art was the one socially acceptable way to explore taboo desires without social suicide. You couldn't openly discuss witchcraft or display nude photographs, but a painting, that was culture. That was academic study. Suddenly, wealthy Victorian men could hang canvases of naked witches in their private libraries and call it anthropological research. Falero gave them exactly what they craved: forbidden fruit wrapped in perfectly respectable packaging that no one could publicly criticize. Forget everything you think you know about witch paintings from this era. Traditional depictions showed warty old hags hunched over bubbling cauldrons, brewing deadly poison in dark, frightening caves. Falero completely shattered these conventions. His witches aren't grotesque monsters. They're absolutely stunning, graceful, seductive. Their bodies flow like liquid silk through the night air. This isn't gothic horror designed to repel you. It's elegant temptation crafted to draw you in. And that calculated shift from repulsion to attraction? That's what made it so psychologically dangerous to Victorian viewers. These aren't just naked women flying through the darkness. They represent something far more revolutionary. Complete liberation from every Victorian constraint that bound women's lives. No suffocating corsets crushing their ribs. No layers of heavy fabric hiding their natural forms. No shame about their bodies or sexuality. No social rules dictating their behavior. This is pure, untamed feminine power that Victorian society desperately tried to suppress and control through rigid social structures. That imposing central figure isn't just any random devil from Christian nightmares. It's Baphomet, the ancient symbol of hidden wisdom, forbidden knowledge, and direct rebellion against religious authority. Notice how Falero deliberately paints it with dignity, even a sense of regal majesty rather than mindless evil. This isn't Satan as destroyer. It's Lucifer as the lightbringer, the teacher of secrets that established religion forbids you to learn. Here's where Falero's symbolism becomes truly sophisticated and layered. In traditional Christian imagery, pelicans represent the ultimate sacrifice. Medieval Christians believed these birds would pierce their own breasts to feed their starving young with their own blood, directly paralleling Christ's sacrifice for humanity. Falero presents this sacred symbol as a stark white skeleton, suggesting either the complete death of traditional religious authority or its dark transformation into something altogether more sinister and powerful. Nothing about this swirling composition is random or accidental. The witches spiral upward in a hypnotic, trance-like dance that follows ancient ritual patterns. This represents astral projection, out-of-body experiences, and the ultimate transcendent goal of serious occult ritual. It's not chaotic evil or mindless destruction, it's organized spiritual transcendence through forbidden practices. Here's Falero's absolute masterstroke that separated him from every other artist of his time. This painting doesn't make you recoil in righteous fear like traditional religious art. Instead, it makes you lean in closer. It makes you curious about what you're seeing. It makes you complicit in the forbidden scene unfolding before your eyes. You find yourself genuinely drawn to these beautiful, powerful, liberated figures dancing through the night sky. That slow-burning feeling of guilty attraction mixed with moral uncertainty, that's infinitely more unsettling and psychologically complex than simple, straightforward fear. Falero understood that carefully crafted temptation is far more powerful than crude terror, and far more dangerous to a repressed society's moral foundations. This wasn't museum art. Falero's witches were luxury merchandise for wealthy Victorian gentlemen, displayed in private smoking rooms and personal libraries where only trusted friends could see them. Owning a Falero was like wearing an invisible badge. It whispered, "I'm wealthy, worldly, and initiated into hidden knowledge." These paintings became conversation starters about the occult, but wrapped in the respectability of fine art. Here's what made Falero brilliant. He wasn't just painting pretty pictures, he was a psychological marketer who identified a deep human need, our hunger for the forbidden, and packaged it as high-status culture. Think about it. Victorian men couldn't openly discuss their fascination with witchcraft or their desire for uninhibited sexuality, but they could casually mention their latest acquisition, a scholarly study of mythological subjects. Falero gave them permission to indulge their darkest curiosities while maintaining their social standing. Pure genius. Falero's Witches Going to Their Sabbath isn't just a spooky painting. It's a mirror reflecting the Victorian soul. It captures our eternal human desire to explore what's forbidden, to seek knowledge beyond limits, and to experience pleasure outside society's rules. It's terrifying because it's deeply, irresistibly human. So tell me, what do you feel looking at this painting? Attraction or fear? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're hungry for more art secrets like this, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. See you soon.